my god, I look so sweaty. It's like I go from, oh, I look so sweaty to, ooh. What is up, Voodoo Tribe? It is your girl Naja, and I am back with another video. And this video is going to be a story time. It's going to be another story time, and this is going to be a little juicy story time. Not a lot of people know about this. The only person that really knows about this would be Leo from my other past story times. Let me scoot my ass back. There we go. Fix my... But yeah, this is going to be the story time about how I had like a DL relationship kind of with my high school teacher, y'all. Like, this is no clickbait, this is for real. And yeah, I've been holding out on this one for a little bit, and I just thought about it the other day. Like, I don't know, my memory is really fucked up. I've talked about it in a past video that I had, that my memory is really fucked, more so when it comes to like the beginning of my life, like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, stuff like that. Like, I don't remember a lot. But now I'm noticing, because of the poor decisions I made in high school by like using drugs and stuff, like I lost a lot of memory as well. But now that I'm sober, like, it's like sometimes little things trickle back, and this is one of those things. So before I even get started, if you are new here, what is up? Go ahead and click that subscribe button so that you can be notified every time I post. And give this video a big thumbs up if you like my story times. If my story times are your like favorite thing on my channel, give this a thumbs up. Without further ado, here we go. So this was in my sophomore year of high school. I had a creative writing class, and I had this class with Leo actually. Leo didn't have a lot of classes together because like they kind of purposely split us up because we always be doing like the most whenever we had classes together. So this was one of those classes that we did have together, and we didn't have another class together until like senior year. We're gonna call this teacher Miss Apple. Okay, so Miss Apple was the youngest teacher at my school. She was about like 22, I want to say 22, 23, you know, and she worked at my school, and she was a creative writing teacher. Miss Apple was really cool. Like, because she was so young, she was more relatable. Like, she had cooler jokes. She was somewhat of like a little hipster. I don't want to say but she looked Native American kind of. Like, if you went to my high school, you're probably gonna know exactly who the fuck I'm talking about, but I mean, like, shit, like, don't give her too much shit. And if you went to my high school and you know exactly who I'm talking about, like, I'm gonna need you to not be petty and go back to high school, because that's lame as fuck. Like, we graduated a long time ago, okay? And I don't even know if she still works there. She probably does. But yeah, Miss Apple looked like Native American-y. Here, let me stand up a little bit, because my arms look like big ass little sausages or something. I don't know, I kind of like myself sitting down, and I know my legs are gonna fall asleep. Fuck, I'm messing with the green screen. What am I doing? I'm messing up the story. But I loved Miss Apple in the beginning, mainly because she reminded me a lot of like Aubrey Plaza. Like literally how Aubrey Plaza looks is very similar to how she looked, but very more tomboyish, if that makes any sense, right? And like, me and her would do like little, you know, playful stuff in class, and like make little sarcastic remarks and stuff like that, you know. And like, I was a really good writer, so I really love creative writing in general. Miss Apple let us have these notebooks in class, and she would let us write whatever we wanted in the notebook. She promised that like she would read it but keep it to herself, and that she wouldn't tell anybody unless we were harming ourselves or planning to harm another person or something crazy like that, you know. So we had these notebooks, and we got to write whatever we wanted in the notebook, and it was just between us and her, right? So me, 15-year-old Naja, being grown, decided to write little things in this notebook about Miss Apple. Like, I could just tell that like Miss Apple was one of those girls that went to like the arts market, and she went to museums, you know, probably smoked a little ganja, you know, listening to Pink Floyd in her bedroom and shit. So, you know, I would write little things in the book to test her. So I would write little things in the book like, oh, I went to this arts market the other day, or like, you know, I smoked me a fat ass blunt the other day. And like, the more I was writing in the book, the nicer she was to me, like, and the more like she would do like little, you know, little flirtatious shit towards me. And Leo would even be like,
ooh, Naja girl, I think that y'all are like flirting, like y'all are obviously flirting in class right now, like type shit.
He would also talk about her butt, cause like, y'all, I'm not about to lie. Hold on, my septum's itching me. I'm not about to lie, Miss Apple should have been called Miss Pancake because she had no butt. Like, her butt was very sad. Like, she just had an elongated back. Like, and I'm not even trying to get on to like small booties, because small booties need love too, but there was no booty there. And Leo would always pick on me like,
oh Naja, you talking to pancake back ass bitch, like.
and I'm just like, damn, like I can't just enjoy this attention right now. So that's basically what I was doing. I was enjoying my attention. I was writing to her in the little notebook, you know, and like I had a different notebook than everybody else. Everybody had like the plain black and white composition. I had a purple one, like a purple and white one, so I could always tell when she was reading my book. And sometimes like I would catch her reading it and like she would just look up at me and like just smile. She was just like type shit, and I would just be like, bitch. Like that, like I was wildin', y'all. I was wildin', like I don't even know what the fuck I thought. Like we were just doing the most. And like I would even do like this after school shit and like tutor people, and I would go in her classroom and we would just sit and talk about music and like, you know, blah blah. So then, what are you doing?
Bruh.
No.
What's up, Voodoo Tribe? Voodoo Tribe?
Get the fuck out of here.
What's up, Voodoo Tribe?
Get out of here. So, sorry, he kind of just ruined the climax a little bit, but I get to school one day and there are helicopters outside. Helicopters, news station, like all over campus, because my high school looks very similar to a college campus. It's very outdoors, and then we have a courtyard, like, well, I'm not in high school anymore. That was a long time ago. But yeah, like I was like, oh shit, what's going on? Turns out there was a boy at my school who was smashing one of the female teachers. Mind you, this bitch was probably like in her late 30s. And yeah, he was having sex with her for probably like a year. And like, it's so weird because I went to elementary and middle school with that guy, and he would always joke around and be like,
oh yeah, I'm smashing Mrs. So-and-so.
And we would just be like, like that's not even cute to joke about. Turns out he was not fucking joking. Like, and they were doing drugs together, and hard drugs. I don't remember if it was cocaine or meth, but it was something hard like that. And the guy's mom found out about it because he was basically lying to his mom and saying that the teacher was his friend's mom and to drop him off at her house to hang with his friend. So the mom found out that that lady didn't have any kids and that they were sleeping together, found the text messages. The teacher ended up getting arrested, and yeah, it was all over the news. I'm thinking like, oh shit, that's crazy, you know, what does that have to do with me, right? Go to my creative writing class to go see Miss Apple, and her whole demeanor towards me changed, like totally changed. Like, she was not making eye contact with me. She would not talk to me. Like, when we had to bring up our journals, she completely skipped my journal, you know, like whatever. And I'm just like, well, damn. Like, so I asked Leo, I'm like, are you noticing like this cold shoulder I'm getting right now?
Yeah, I mean, what if it has to do with that boy?
I'm like, what would it have to do with him?
Well, I mean, think about it. You write in the journal about how you smoke weed and all this shit, and we know that Miss Apple be smoking weed, and you know, like, y'all be flirting in front of everybody in the class, and y'all be staying after school together. Like, maybe she's scared of losing her job.
What does that have to do with me? Like, it's still not registering in my head like this lady could lose her job. So the days went on and she's still giving me the cold shoulder, So like, as I'm writing in there, like, I wrote about the incident with the boy and the teacher, and I was like, damn, like that's crazy, I would never know, blah blah blah. Tell me why this lady wrote in my book. She wrote in my book. And she wrote, please do not talk about this or else I will have to alert the principal as this is an ongoing case. mind you, she's never spoken to me like that. I feel you, but then that just confirmed for me of what Leo said previously, that she's just scared of her job getting on the line because we flirting, I guess. But I don't know, it may have just all been in my head, but I don't know if other people in the class were noticing it. Like, maybe it wasn't in my head, I don't know. But ever since she wrote that, I kind of just like stopped writing in the journal altogether, because I'm just like, well, damn bitch, you just gonna close me out like that? Well, I'm gonna close you out. And I was being such a smart ass. Like, I would just put the date and then leave the page blank, or I would write LOL, or I would write ... Like, no, like, you, like, we're married in my head and you don't even know it. And like, then, and then this is the fucking like, okay, when she wrote that note in my journal, like, please don't talk about this, blah, 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 like, she puts a picture on her desk of her and her wife. Okay, yeah, like, she totally put a picture on her desk of her and her wife. And like, it's not like they were making out or anything, but like, you could tell like the way that they were like holding each other and like smiling, that they were a couple. And her wife was very feminine, and you know, like, because Miss Apple looked like a little tomboy, and her wife looked like she like indulges in Betty Crocker and Vera Bradley, and has like the backpacks with her initials on it, and puts ribbons in her hair, and used to be the cheerleading captain, and probably was on the fucking yearbook committee, like, type bitch. So I was just like, damn, okay, whatever. But yeah, like, I was like, okay, cool, you're married, I'm leaving it alone, whatever. But then she kept going out of her way to prove to the class that she did not have any sensitivity towards me whatsoever. Like, she was being a bitch to me, like a total bitch. Like, every time I raised my hand and nobody else raised their hand, she still wouldn't call on me. Like, she would make little smart ass remarks towards me. So yeah, I just let that shit alone. Fast forward, I came back to my high school with Leo when I was around like 18, because I needed to get my SAT scores from my high school. So we're walking around saying hi to our old teachers, right? So Miss Apple's room moved to a different part of the building, so I was not expecting to see her at all. And we had these like cubicle things, like, it's hard to explain, but it's like this big room, and then there's little classrooms dotted around it, and you could put a classroom in the middle of the big room, and then all the other classrooms could see that one class if they wanted to be nosy. So she was in like a center class, and we didn't expect her to be there, right? And they're watching a movie and the lights are off, and Leo was like, hi, like trying to whisper, right? And when I tell you, she turned around, and when she saw me, it was as if she saw a fucking ghost. A ghost. And I'm just looking at her like, yeah bitch, I'm legal now, I'm not ugly anymore, like, bitch, fuck your wife, what are you doing, like, hello, you won't get in trouble anymore, what's up? And she straight up looked at me as if I had a dick growing out my forehead, and was just like,
shh, you're being disruptive.
Excuse the fuck out of you, bitch, because I wasn't even talking. That was Leo. And even Leo, because Leo's flamboyant as fuck, he was like, oh. And I'm just sitting here like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, was not even here to see you. So then we go into one of the classrooms, and we're being loud as fuck with the teacher we actually did come to see. And she's gonna look all up in the window like, bitch, yo, bitter ass bitch. Like, so yeah, that is the story of when I had a weird DL relationship with my teacher, and then it just got blown out of proportion because some nasty ass little boy decided to fuck an old woman, and then she was a bitch to me for the rest of my life apparently, because I've never seen her since I went back to my high school to get my freaking SAT scores. So yeah, that is it for today's story time. If you like this video, again, make sure you give it a thumbs up. It helps me a lot to get noticed in this weird ass world of YouTube. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.